Providence, the solid choice in Budweiser, Beechwood aged for that crisp taste for you. Campbell's Chunky for you. Campbell's Chunky Soup. It's the satisfying stop that keeps you going. And by Royal Auto Glass, in an hour and guaranteed.
Well, it's a 0-0 story between the Capitals and the Rangers after one period of play here at Madison Square Garden tonight. Multiple shooters for New York. Mike Gartner had 2 shots on goal, and Kevin Miller had 2. None of the Washington Capitals had more than 1 shot on net. You know, Al, the Caps should be in pretty good shape when you figure things in perspective going into the playoffs. That month of March closed down last night with 7 wins, 5 losses, and 2 ties for 16 points during the month of March. And only the month of December was better for Washington this year with 18 points. The Caps had 9 wins, 5 losses, no ties in December. So if you're going to have a good finish in March to get things going, I would think that would leave them in pretty good shape. But if you read the papers around this part of the country, it looks to me like the New Jersey Devils are already looking ahead to the New York Rangers. They seem to think they've already got the Capitals beaten.
And, you know, they've talked so many times about what would happen if they win, not so much if, but when they meet the Rangers, and talking about would home ice be an advantage, because there are so many Ranger fans that go out to the Meadowlands, and that could work certainly to the Capital advantage. And this year, for the first time, as long as I can remember, as long as we've been doing it, I guess really since the first year we were doing the games, this is our 6th year, the Capitals will be starting a playoff series on the road. It's been either a first or second place finish all those times for the Capitals, and it's going to be interesting to see. Now they come in as the underdog team. They come in with the opportunity, if they steal one of the first 2 games, the momentum really shifts to their side, and it's going to be interesting to see. They play well on the road as a rule, and now this time, instead of coming in as one of the top contenders, they come in as the underdog, and maybe that'll work out for guys like Mike Gridley and people like that. Maybe they're coming in without that great pressure and all those expectations on you. You do the surprising. You come in there and steal a few games and turn a series around.
Here we go with the face-off for the start of play in period number 2. Kevin Miller ready to work against John Tucker, and Paul Stewart actually dropped the puck. Tucker reached down and picked it up and flipped it back to the referee for a second try. Capitals control, and Joyce has it skim past him to the Ranger blue line. Greshner throws it all the way down back into the Washington zone. Bob Rouse ahead on the right wing. Tucker flips it across the line back into the corner. Here's Druce to chase James Patrick, and Patrick brings it out up to Ogrodnik. Now across the line back in the Washington zone. Bill Holder plays it off the backboards. Tying up now with Broughton. Paul Broughton having to chase as Druce throws it back into the Ranger end. Caps change up on the fly. Here's Horshavak. Long lead pass on the right wing. Broughton dumps it into Washington ice. Dump and chase so far, and Courtnall keeps that rhythm going, and now comes up with a puck at the side of the Ranger goal. Centering pass, a shot, and a save made by Van Beesbrook. Now it's loose in front of the net. Kelly Miller charging onto the goal, and Courtnall can't get to it either. The puck is cleared up into the seats behind the Washington players bench, as Courtnall had something going there with Kelly Miller in the Ranger zone.
Well, Jeff Courtnall walked in towards the front of the net, coming in from that corner, and he drops the puck back to Kelly Miller, figuring that Van Beesbrook is going to take everything, giving Miller a little better angle to shoot than Courtnall would have had, but Van Beesbrook never made any kind of move and was there to make the save, and then the Capitals kept the pressure up. Horshava clearing it into the stands, and again, I think it just points up the inequity. If the goaltender does that, automatic delay of game. Horshava is simply trying to get it out as well. If it hits the glass, fine. If it goes over, fine, and he knows he's not going to get penalized. I think that's a little unfair.
Here's a quick slap shot right from the face-off, but Van Beesbrook makes the save. Cicerelli keeps it going now in the corner. He battles with Troy Millette. Now Rochefort standing over Cicerelli, who has frozen the puck. Finally, it comes loose and picked up by the Rangers' Millette. Troy Millette, New York's leader in penalty minutes. In fact, he set a new record for penalty minutes this season as a New York Ranger with 305. There's it back now into the Washington zone. Dino Cicerelli Up ahead to Ridley, left side, and Pavanka's shot blocked by Nichols to the corner. Ridley tries to get away from Millette. He does. Centers the puck. Ciccarelli's hit. Throws the puck in front of the net. And it's taken by Pavanka. Pavanka back to Rod Langway. Langway flips it wide of the Ranger goal. Here's Hatcher, a blast. Van Beesbrook the save. Rebound. And Beesbrook has to cover that up to keep the pressure off. Pavanka was standing there waiting for a loose puck. Still no score between the Caps and the Rangers. We'll be right back.
But on 1990 Volkswagen, see dealer for details.
Well, things look pretty loose on the Capitals bench. Rare smile from Mike Ridley. Dino Ciccarelli enjoying some things out there. And Ciccarelli, of course, gunning for goal number 40 on the season, which certainly would mean a little bonus money for Dino.
He'd be really smiling if he got that 40th.
You'd want to be hanging out with Dino tonight if you had that 40th.
Here's Langway to center. Takes it across the blue line to the right point now for Hatcher. He chips it into the corner. James Patrick hit there by Berglund. Pass out on the right wing for Nyland. Nyland to center. Throws it back into the Washington zone. It gets away from Beaupre, but Bob Rouse recovers. Here's Rouse ahead to center. Too far for Berglund. Picked up by Bill Holder, who flips it back into the Ranger zone. Scoreless game, 17 minutes to play, second period. Rob Murray behind the net. Jansen's in to throw a check on Bob Rouse, and the puck cleared out of the zone. Back to Randy Moeller at the Ranger line. Long lead pass into the Washington zone. Bill Holder takes over after Rouse stopped Jansen's. Kerry Wilson backs it up. Horshava out to Rick Bennett. Back into Washington ice, and it's played out of the zone on the left side for Bob Joyce. Joyce gets across the blue line, and now Horshava back to take it. Up the boards to Mark Ferner. His wrist shot just wide of the Ranger goal. Backhand shot by Tucker, deflected to the corner. Druce in after it. Moeller ties him up at the point. Here's Ferner winding up. This one's blocked, but Ferner keeps it inside the line. Actually, it had just come out, and as he cleared it across, some trapped Capitals in there, causing the play to be offside.
Well, Capital sales reps are standing by right now at 386-7080 to talk to you about putting down a deposit for a partial plan or a season ticket for next year, and that way guaranteeing yourself the best seats available for this year's home playoff games. That number again, 386-7080 for Cap sales reps, and 432-0200 for phone charge to get your individual tickets for the first two playoff games. Games A and B that'll be at the Capitol Center on Monday night and Wednesday night next week. Well, I guess we should technically say the week after.
Right. Puck cleared to the point. Here's a shot blocked. And now chased ahead on the right wing. Slap shot by Broughton. It got by Beaupre, but it was wide of the net. And now it's all the way back in the Ranger zone on the carom. Lead pass to center. Here comes Broughton across the line. Up the boards is Mark Ferner to Kelly Miller. Ferner takes possession and sends it over now to Johansson. Calle Johansson back in the Washington zone. Over to Mark Ferner just up from Baltimore. And a hard hit thrown at center ice. Rochefort had Ferner lined up for a hit. Here's Courtnall chasing the puck to the corner. Lead pass, the Rangers start out. Kevin Miller back to the Washington line. Puts it down in midair, now feeds the puck to Hunter. Dale Hunter back inside the Ranger zone, and Rochefort has it behind the net. Up to center ice. Hatcher again steals and returns the puck to the Ranger zone. Rangers have yet to record a shot on goal this period. Washington already has 4. Jan Eriksson skates to center. Right wing side, and Langway is able to take it away from Mark Jansen. Leads the pass ahead for Ciccarelli. Poked back out to center ice. Pavanka to the blue line, and Erickson again returns the puck to the red line. Here's Kevin Hatcher, left side, and Michael Pavanka back into the Ranger zone. At the blue line, here comes Greshner walking in. He centers, and Erickson a shot, and a pad save made by Beaupre. Now a rebound drive. That's wide of the net. We have a delayed penalty call coming up. Beaupre sits down on top of the puck to stop play, but there's going to be a Washington penalty call, and that will give the Rangers the power play advantage.
With the Rangers with a very quick flurry, Mark Jansen testing out his stick. He was the man who deflected that last shot in towards Don Beaupre, and Beaupre had to sit on that puck. Now there's that hard drive. Now watch as it comes back out to the point. Well, we won't see it, but it's that hard drive from the right point, and Jansen's over the side of the net, had a nifty deflection, and Beaupre with another strong save.
Ranger power play in action, and they score right off the faceoff on a rebound after Beaupre had made one stop. Troy Millette bangs home the rebound to put New York into a 1-0 lead. That's his 13th goal of the year.
Remember, normally Rob Murray is out there paired with Tim Berglund as a penalty-killing duo. But Pavanka is out there because Murray is in the box, and he loses the face-off. The Rangers then get that hard drive in. Beaupre has got to make a save, but he really can't come up with anything, and I think he broke his stick on that exchange because Kevin Hatcher's going over to the Capitol bench to get a new goaltender stick, and Beaupre, that puck coming out, there's a cannon from the point, hitting the pads hard and right back out into traffic. The Capitol's not covering up on Millette, and he's got easy pickings with Beaupre down.
Well, it took the Rangers only 7 seconds to utilize the power play advantage. 6:24 the time of the goal. Millette's 13th of the season. And the Rangers are up with a 1-0 lead on New York's third shot on goal in this period. Gartner and Nichols get the assists. More pressure back in the Washington zone now. Hatcher's hooked as he tries to clear it, but gets it ahead to center. Now it's shifted to the blue line. And Rob Murray out to chase Troy Millette. Puck cleared to the red line. Hatcher has it knocked down by Millette. Back to the Washington zone. Here's Langway to play it. Rod Langway off the boards, and Millette returns the puck back into the Capitals' end of the ring. Moeller to the corner. Back to Rick Bennett. He tries to center it. And now here's Mike Gartner. Jammed up by Langway. Bennett tries to get free of him. Stick handles to the side of the goal and throws it right in front. But it's blocked wide. Now Moeller into the corner. Bennett has it behind the net. He centers. Hatcher made a difference there by taking out his man. Now Gartner in the corner, back for Nichols behind the goal. You would think the Rangers still had the power play going. Here's a 2-on-1 Washington break. Down the right wing is Hatcher. Walks in, fires, and hits the post. And the rebound drops into the third row of seats behind the net. Kevin Hatcher in on a 2-on-1, and his shot hit the goalpost.
Well, John Van Beesbrook facing that Capital 2-on-1. Kevin Hatcher coming down, and I think he was looking to make that pass, but that puck was rolling, bouncing up a little bit, and Hatcher decided to shoot it. Really put a blazer, basically beating Van Beesbrook, but catching only metal.
They had the puck stored with the elephants. They weren't frozen.
If they were stored with the elephants, just make sure you're bringing out hockey pucks only.
Back inside Ranger territory. Holder tries to get something started, but it's cleared back to center ice. And now Druce back to the Ranger line. Here's Rochefort. Clears it ahead to Kerry Wilson. Wilson on the right wing. And across the line. Erickson to play it. And passes to the point man. Nobody there. Back out to center. Here's John Tucker. Tucker starts into the Ranger zone. Back of the net for Bob Joyce. Centers for Druce. Back to the point. Rouse fights to keep it in. Can't do it. Has to chase it to center ice. Now it's led off the boards, though, right to Kerry Wilson. Wilson to challenge Bill Holder. Flips it on goal, and Beaupre makes the save. 1-0 the score. The Rangers have the lead on Troy Millette's 13th goal of the season. Here's John Druce coming back for Washington, and he flips it off the stick of James Patrick into the seats. Well, did you remember to turn your clock ahead last night?
Yes, did.
There was no pregame skate here today. I was worried that you never know, some player or maybe some announcer might forget and be an hour off.
Oh, it wouldn't have made any difference tonight.
Doesn't
We
make
had
any
plenty of
difference.
time at the beginning of tonight's game.
And it certainly doesn't make any difference in this town and is concerned with the noise level, does it?
At our hotel.
It's busy and it's noisy all night long. Horns honking and the sirens going at all hours.
Can't imagine, could you, that people needed ice at 5 o'clock in the morning, didn't you?
.10:55 to go here in the second period. Rangers get the faceoff, and here's James Patrick to take it behind the goal. Clears it all the way down the ice. Back is Calle Johansson to try and work it free. Pavanka in the corner. Johansson has it up the boards. And out of the zone to Dino Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli to Mike Ridley. Now back to Ciccarelli across the line. Slap shot just wide of the goal. On the left wing side. Kept in by Johansson. He puts it behind the net. Back to the blue line for Mark Ferner. And Ferner can't keep it in. Millette moves it out to center. Here's a race for the puck. Kevin Miller after it. Beaupre out of the goal. And clears it away. Off the boards comes Ciccarelli to center. He hangs on with Muller. Here's Pavanka to the blue line. This game has not had nearly the flow that last night's contest had. Bob Rouse. Back inside the Rangers zone. Capitals changing up on the fly. Chris Nilan is out there on right wing for the Rangers. Here's Mark Janssens. Across the line into the corner now for Jan Eriksson. Eriksson behind the net, pinned by Bill Holder. The puck comes loose and Rouse is back to get it. Bob Rouse for Washington. Up ahead to center ice, Kelly Miller. Inside the Ranger line, and Moeller bats it to the Washington zone. Holder turns it around and flips it back into Ranger ice. Here's Moeller. Ahead to Janssen. Eriksson stopped on the play, and Rouse gets in there. Now Courtnall starts back for Washington. Ahead to Kelly Miller. Miller across the blue line. Miller feeds a pass to Hunter. A shot knocked down. Rebound goes to the corner. And there's Miller to chase it. Kelly Miller for Washington. Held up by Horsheva. The puck in behind the net. Here comes Moeller with it now for New York. Moeller gets around Hunter out to center ice. To Nilan. Back to Moeller. Langway steals. Sends the puck back to center ice. Now Nilan dumps it into the corner off the glass. Hatcher to Langway. And all the way back to the blue line of New York. Return to the Washington line. Hatcher has it poke check free by Nichols. Langway back to Kevin Hatcher. Up the right wing boards. Joyce tries to push it across. Didn't get it all the way in. And as Tucker sends it across the line, the Caps are offside.
If you just have 24 left to go in this second period. The Rangers on top 1-0 on the Troy Millette power play goal at 6:24 of the stanza. You talk about not the pace of last night's game, Drew, but I think both teams have put up a good effort, but whether it's consciously or subconsciously, I don't think anybody wants to really get hammered tonight.
Here's Druce walking in, a deke, a shot, and a goal! John Druce with a great move on John Van Beesbroek to tie the game at 1.
But I tell you, John Druce is getting more and more playing time with quality people in a more offensive-minded role, and he is really delivering. picked up a key power play goal in the game in Philadelphia. And John Druce makes a terrific play here. Here, Hatcher just flips it in. Druce comes in. He's got people in front to work with, and once the defenseman Blomberg goes to try and take out Tucker, he leaves that path to the goal, and John Druce, with some terrific stick handling, gets it right by for an easy tap-in goal and ties this game up at 1.
Time of the goal, 11:46. Kevin Hatcher gets the lone assist on John Druce's 8th goal of the season. And the Caps have tied this one up at 1. Lead pass on the right wing for Nichols. Checked at the line by Bob Joyce. Joyce wants to talk to Nichols about it. He didn't like the way he was hit by Nichols. Play continues. Now here's Moeller back to his own line. Mike Gartner bumped off his skates by Joyce, and now Moeller takes a run at Joyce. Centering pass for Moeller. Joyce in pursuit. The puck comes out to Mike Gartner. Gartner to center ice and dumps it back inside the Washington zone. Mark Ferner back to get the puck. Ferner moves it ahead to the blue line. Up to center. Back into the Ranger zone. Kerry Wilson tied up by Johansson. The puck comes to Berglund. He's checked just inside the line. Now the puck cleared ahead on the left wing, and here come the Rangers back on the attack. Rick Bennett sends a drive wide of the Washington goal. On the carom, Horsheva back to his own line to take the puck. Lead pass to the Washington blue line. Turcotte has it stolen by Alan May. Rob Murray right at the blue line of the Rangers. Cleared by May to center. And Horsheva back to the Ranger line. Now it's dumped into the Washington zone. Here's Ferner back to get it. Icing is the call here against New York. With 6:21 to go in the second period, the game is tied at 1.
Be sure to be with WDCA TV 20 Saturday night, the 7th of April. The Bullets travel to Milwaukee to take on the Bucks. It's going to be on a delayed tape broadcast basis at midnight. Joining Mel Proctor and Phil Chenier as they call all the action right here on WDCA. Of course, we'll have Game 2 of the Patriot Division semifinals between the Caps and Devils at the usual time of 7:30 that night. Then Arsenio Hall, then the Bullets against the Bucks.
Randy Moeller for New York starts back to center ice, and Langway takes over now for Washington. Now brings it to Ridley at the blue line. Ridley inside the New York zone. Poke checked away. Here comes the Rangers starting back. Kevin Miller to the blue line of Washington, taken away by Kevin Hatcher. Hatcher starts up the left wing boards. Now back to the Ranger line. Cleared to center. Langway starts back in. Tries to center the puck, and Miller comes up with it for New York. Kevin Miller, the middle Miller brother, back to the Washington line. We get a whistle to stop play.
How about that good burst of speed, though, by Kevin Hatcher? Miller had at least one good step on him, but Kevin Hatcher caught up with him and rode him completely off the play and comes up with the puck. The skating of Kevin Hatcher continues to improve, and he always says the secret for him, keep moving those skates. Keep the legs going. Just don't do any gliding. And as long as he keeps those legs moving, he becomes a tremendous skater and an extremely mobile player. How many times have we seen end-to-end rushes this year from Kevin Hatcher just for that reason, because he's keeping his skates going.
Hunter leans in for the draw and pushes it back to the Ranger zone. Van Beesbrook settles it down behind the net for Bloomberg. 1-1 score, 5:24 to go, second period of the game. Mike Fornes with Al Koken here on WDCA TV 20. Bill Holder into the corner. Up the boards now to Dale Hunter. Out to center ice. And before Courtnall can get it, it's cleared back to the Washington line. Nyland on right wing. Chris Nyland back to the point for Bloomberg. Now tosses it behind the Washington net. Here goes Erickson after it. He's held up by Hunter. Bill Holder steps in and tries to move the puck. Finally gets it loose. The Rangers control, though. Nyland sending it back in behind the Washington net. Erickson again pinned. Rouse tries to work it free. Now it's taken out of there by the Rangers' Janssens. He centers, and the Caps come out 3-on-2. Here's Courtnall to center, gets across the blue line, drop past Kelly Miller, and a slap shot off James Patrick back to the corner. The Rangers clear it out. Nyland ahead to the blue line of Washington. And here's Erickson to the corner. Being chased by Calle Johansson, the puck to the point. Kept inside the zone and now cleared by the Capitals all the way back to Ranger ice. Here's Mueller. Left side pass. Millette a drive wide. Mark Ferner in to chase Troy Millette. Recovered by John Druce. Druce hits Bob Joyce with a pass at center. Here comes Joyce across the line. Wrist shot on goal, and Van Beesbrook with a save. Now Millette to the corner. Bumped by Bob Joyce. He hangs on, and finally Joyce bats it in behind the goal. Moeller back to the point. Johansson keeps it in. Bob Joyce over to take it. Millette gives him a run against the glass. Behind the net. Off the skates of John Tucker. Now it's taken by Horsheva back to the blue line. Johansson keeps it in for Washington. Back to Tucker behind the net. John Tucker trying to center. Druce a shot. A rebound drive. It hit Horsheva. And now the puck is cleared up the boards, and Johansson bowled over, and the Rangers clear the puck back to center ice. Nichols reaching for it. Ferner's waiting on him to make a play, and finally Mark Ferner takes charge. He starts back. Druce on right wing fires it into the Rangers zone. Capitals changing up the line. Just under 3 minutes to play in the second period. Capitals 1, Rangers 1. Nichols in to bump with Alan May. Rob Murray ties up with Nichols. Here's a centering pass from May back to the right point. Bob Rouse a shot. That's blocked. Now Bill Holder flips it into the corner. May back to dig it out. Millette clears it off the backboards. Gartner on the right wing sends it all the way down the ice.
Well, the Capitals certainly getting that puck in deep again. They started out the period this way and really had their forechecking working. Breaking the action. This game is tied up at 1 with 2:21 left in period 2.
3 power play goals.
But all ticket center outlets are called phone charge at 432-0200. Operators on duty until 10 p.m. And, of course, Cap sales reps at 386-7080. We'll talk to you about getting tickets for the entire playoffs.
We're nearing the 2-minute mark remaining in the second period of the game. Dino Ciccarelli sends it out to Mike Ridley at center ice. And Ridley now backs up for Bob Rouse. Over to Bill Holder. Holder right side off the stick of Ridley. And chased to center ice again for Pavanka. Pavanka leaves it ahead to Ridley at the blue line. Ciccarelli tries to dig it loose, but Kerry Wilson sends it ahead on the right wing. Here comes Turcotte racing in. Rouse hooks him, and Beaupre makes the save. Rick Bennett came cruising in there trying to dig the puck loose. Ciccarelli gave him a shove to keep him out of there. Good hustle by Darren Turcotte.
Well, his guy has got tremendous speed, good moves, and a hard shot. Rouse hooking him off his skates, and this is kind of a scary moment because he goes skates first into those boards, and he was slow in getting up, but apparently is okay. Darren Turcotte would be a terrible loss if he was injured. 32 goals and 34 assists coming into tonight's game, and certainly a late candidate for Rookie of the Year as he has come on in the last half of the season. Big booming shot that Darren Turcotte has, and a guy with some incredible moves, and a guy who says he loves to play in the opening couple minutes of each period because he skates, he feels much better on the slick new ice. He's very dangerous in open ice on any kind of surface. He has got some terrific moves.
Here's Bloomberg to keep it inside the Washington zone. Johansson up the right wing boards. Out to center. Ogrodnik has it taken away, and it's cleared by Tucker back to the Ranger line. Now Bloomberg. Stolen by Joyce, but returned to center off a high stick from Druce. The play is whistled down as the Capitals recover the puck.
Well, the Capitals are making their 8th straight playoff appearance when they begin the playoffs against the New Jersey Devils and playing the Rangers tonight. As we told you, that Ranger title, the first division title in 48 years. Capitals will be going against a New Jersey team that has, right now, has tied the best finish in New Jersey Devil history. And, of course, those amazing New York Islanders, 16 of the last 17 years they've been in the playoffs. Remember, this was supposed to be a rebuilding year, and for the first time in 18 years, the Patrick Division playoffs will not have the Philadelphia Flyers.
We're in the final minute of play in the period. Back at the right point. Here's a shot by Kevin Hatcher, knocked down by Horshabach. Clears to the blue line. Apparently it came outside the zone. Bob Hodges whistling the play down. There'll be a face-off in neutral ice. While we've got a chance, we want to say hello to some Capitals fans watching this evening. Mike and Lindsay are tuned into our broadcast tonight, and we want to wish them all the best.
Some Cap fans up here wanting to say hello to people back in the D.C. area. Tony from Gaithersburg says hello, and also hello to everyone at the Bowie Hockey Club Mike B team. Greg and Kevin Burt up here, and they will say hello to all the folks with the Bowie Mites.
Here's Bloomberg out to center ice. Rob Murray taps it back into the Ranger zone. Now Paul Broughton on the right wing. Across the blue line to Kevin Miller. Back to Broughton. Broughton tries to center, and Rob Murray pokes it away to the corner. 30 seconds left to go in the second period. 1-1 score. Ferner up the boards. Up to Rob Murray. Right side pass. Bob Rouse drops it off. Walking in, a backhand shot goes wide off the stick of Murray. Now played to the blue line. Alan May keeps it. Tried to keep it in. It ends up going out to center ice, and Rouse chases it there. He tosses into the Ranger zone with 5 seconds left in the period. Bloomberg back to get it. Hammers off the boards. That'll end it for tonight's second period. A scoreless first period, but in period 2, Troy Millette hits on the power play. John Druce comes up with his 8th of the year, and we're tied at 1. Shots on goal in the second period. Washington coming up with 9. They have 15 shots after 2 periods. And the Rangers with 5 shots on goal in the second period. A 2-period total of 14. More hockey coverage coming your way after this.